I am losing my mind right now. Not literally, but a little bit, right? I'm very antsy. My favorite thing to do ever is to run, and my knee is injured right now, and I can't, and it's bothering me. And then also, at the end of this video, I'm going to talk about a surprise meetup that happened with someone off of Hinge, and how it was low-key kind of awkward, but that just seems to be par for the course for dating nowadays. So hear me out. Losing my mind and losing my dating stamina. Here we go. I have a 50 miler coming up in the next couple months. November time, I'm supposed to be running 50 miles Tunnel Hill in Illinois. I am looking forward to it. Very nervous, very excited. You know, all those kosher emotions. But right now, I was training really hard for it, upping the weekly mileage to about 60, and I think that was the breaking point for my knee. My knee is not completely screwed, but I do feel it kind of roughed up. Like, if you look up runner's knee, that's basically what I have. I put a knee bracelet or knee brace. It's not like a full-fledged, like, you put the whole knee in a brace. It's just like one little, like, think of a bracelet that goes on your wrist and then put that around the knee, right? That's basically what I put on my knee for the day. And then I also have a compression sleeve that I might slip on. And it definitely does help, but it doesn't take away the pain. My knee is kind of not doing the best, and it's caused me to have to lower my mileage. And, well, I'm addicted. And I definitely feel the addiction. And there are worse things to be addicted to. I could be doing drugs, okay? So being addicted to running is not the end of the world, but it does suck when I cannot run the miles that I want to run. And it does suck when I can't draw that little green check mark for the day, acknowledging to myself that I put in the work that I wanted to get to the goal that I want to in a few months from now. And so I have to take a couple days off, potentially a couple more days than a couple days, and recalibrate. And it's bothering me. It's making me feel down in the dumps. But this is all part of the process, because if it went super smooth, everyone would do it, right? I don't think everyone would run 50 miles, but a lot more people would run 50 miles, right? I think the fact that there's so many things that could go wrong and that do go wrong is the reason why so few people end up completing it. And you know, this is just another hurdle, and it may be a little cumbersome and annoying right now, but I'm going to switch up the routine. I'm going to roll with the punches and get through it, because there's no way I can't, right? I mean, this is what I love to do most, so I'm going to figure it out. But, all right, what I want to go through this week was Sunday dinner with my mom, drive-in movie. It was a retro night with my homie. Back at it at chess club. I just went over my knee injury because that's just what's been on top of my mind, so I just had to get it off right away. And then a surprise meetup with someone from Hinge. So, let's start off on Sunday. 2 days after I recorded my last video, right? I went over to my mom's house. And we had a wonderful dinner. We had, I think it was chicken parmesan, not that it matters too much. But then she also made the iconic mac salad. And I don't care if your mom makes mac salad, or your grandma makes mac salad, or your grand aunt's stepson's mother. I don't know. I don't care what family member makes the mac salad. It's not as good as my mom's, all right? It just tastes like nostalgia and childhood all wrapped up in a plastic bowl that I get to take home, and it feels great, all right? Can't convince me otherwise. We had dinner, and then I brought over this game Sequence, which is basically like a deck card game that has a board, and you pull out a card, and then you place down that card in the discard pile. Hear me out. I know, super confusing right now. But then you take a chip that corresponds with the card that you just discarded from your hand, and they are placed all over a board, and you place a chip on the board where the card is shown, and you try to make it in a sequence of like 5 in a row. So it's a combination of Connect 4 and I don't know, another game. So it plays off of Connect 4 but makes it like a sequence of Connect 5. So that's cool. That's a game that we've been playing for years, not like religiously for years, but it goes back a long time. Like, we've played that before, probably when I was even living at home 10 years ago. So moving right along, we have retro movie night. All right, so this is what happened, right? I invited my homie. Originally, I was going to make a whole little bit about how you should go on dates alone. And I do believe that you should go on dates alone. In fact, I'm thinking tomorrow, if I got nothing to do, I'll probably head out to the drive-in and watch a movie. But I thought to myself, you know what? Why not invite the homie along? Because he's been away a week doing his music fest type stuff, and I've wanted to hang out with him. So I invited him to come to the drive-in movie theater with me for Retro Tuesday night, and we watched Ghostbusters together, and it was pretty sick. Ghostbusters came out in 1984, so I guess it does qualify as retro. And it was really cool to just see what that movie was about because I've never seen it before. And it did inspire a lot of other stuff out of it, right? So the most notable thing that I can think of is Luigi's Mansion, the video game from Nintendo. Ghostbusters had like those vacuum cleaners that kind of suck up the ghosts, and the ghosts were like green. And Luigi's Mansion is basically copy paste version of that, so it was interesting to see. But I did enjoy it. It kind of scratched an itch that I didn't know I had for like older movies, because last week I think I talked about it, but I watched East of Eden and really liked it, and it was like a 1950s movie. So now I'm getting a little hooked on like, oh, I gotta watch these older movies because they're cool, they're iconic, and they kind of have like cultural influence that I just want to know about, right? So I did that. That was fun. Hopefully I'll do that again sometime. And moving right along, we have Back at It at Chess Club. Last week, not this week, but the week prior, I was not feeling it Wednesday night. I journaled instead, and I missed Chess Club. And it felt bad because I do genuinely love Chess Club. A lot of times it's kind of difficult to get going, and I'm not sure if I want to go like Wednesday night. But then every single time I leave, I'm like, that was well worth my time. It's just hard to know that, like, man, I'm about to get in this mindset. I'm about to play chess for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it's just going to be what consumes me. Like, that can feel overwhelming, but I don't know. Every single time I do end up doing it, it's so dope. And what's even better was this week, the homie came with me. So not only did he go see a movie with me, the following day, he went to chess club with me. And, you know, oddly enough, we got paired together. All right, we're both pretty new at chess. Him a little bit newer. All right, but my rating right now is like 832. It's nothing great. I want to try to get it to 1,000, but I have mad love for the game, so I'm gonna keep going, keep working on it. And he's unrated right now because he hasn't played as many games as me. So I am one of the lowest people at the chess club. So I got paired up with him. And me and the homie have probably played like 100 games, if not more, throughout like the last couple years. And I'm not gonna lie, maybe only a handful I haven't won. Like, I've won almost all of them. But I did remind him before we went down and like sat across from each other. I was like, dude, you have beaten me before. Don't like give up on yourself right now. You can do this. But we sat down. I locked in. I had a confident victory in like 24 moves. It was really great. It was a good feeling for myself. He put up a great game, and I'm just happy we have like a rated game amongst us that we can look back on, because when we go to chess club, you're like forced to write down the moves, and now I have that game's moves forever, you know? So I got to analyze it. The computer liked my game. I played well. I was very happy with it. Next, so I talked about my knee being injured, and that really sucks. And today I actually had pickleball planned with an old coworker and my brother, and it felt really bad that I had to cancel, because I don't want to cancel. I was looking forward to pickleball. In fact, I made these pickleball plans, I want to say Monday or Tuesday, so very early in the week, right, for like the last day of the week, because I was like, okay, my knee's feeling a little wonky right now early in the week, because I think I kind of messed up my knee on my last long run, right? And my long runs are typically on Sunday, so I think Sunday, Monday, my knee was like, yeah, it's not doing too good, and I continued to go on it, thinking that like I'll be okay. It's just my body adjusting, and now I definitely have to back off. But I thought by today I would be okay, but I wasn't, so I had to, cancel plans, and it was really sad because, well, I wanted to play pickleball. But I knew it was no good for my knee. I knew all that back and forth pivoting type stuff that would just wreck it. So I was like, okay, not today, but hopefully sometime soon. And then I went home straight after work and hit depression mode. I was like, great, so now what am I going to do? Just wait until the night to record? But no, something else actually happened. I have re-downloaded the dating apps from last week. Last week I took a break because I was like, dating is annoying. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm getting no likes, no matches, no nothing. It's just frustrating. But today I got someone who honestly just, we matched like 2 days ago and we talked for maybe 3 or 4 exchanges. And then she messages me today right after work saying, hey, do you want to do something today? And I'm like, you know what? I guess I do if it's low key. I mean, I'm not going to go ask her to play pickleball because, well, I can't play pickleball because my knee hurts. But I was like, you know what? It's beautiful. Do you want to go for a walk around someplace close to me? And she was down. So I met up with her. And, of course, I had to get some exercise in. So I actually bike rode to the spot, right? And I don't know if that's a good look if, your date or your potential hangout person or whatever you want to call it. Because we didn't really say it was a date. But you're on Hinge. And so I don't know what the expectations were. But our hangout, our meetup, whatever you want to call it, I show up on a bicycle with a helmet on, and I probably just look like a dork, but I don't know. It took me like 25 minutes to get there, and I clocked in maybe like 6 miles to get there. It was fine. I wasn't like sweating or breathing heavy at all, but I don't know. Just like, what would you feel like if your potential meetup person from Hinge just arrived on a bicycle? Like, is that weird or is that fine? I knew that's what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to go for a bike ride because I wasn't able to get my normal run in. So I did that, and we hung out. We walked a couple miles together, and it was, how do I say this, painfully awkward. It's tough. I don't know what it is. Sometimes I'm able to yap someone's ear off and just talk to them about anything, and other times I am painfully silent, and it's tough. Like, she was talking a lot about herself. I was asking questions, but I felt little to no chemistry and was just like, it was nothing against her. Like, she's not a bad person. It's not like she was rude to me. I just did not feel a spark. I just don't think we were a match. And it's kind of annoying because why is that? And I think to myself, the reason is I'm just not attracted to her. She was a fine conversation. She had fine hobbies. She was completely individual, not like behind in life or anything. Like, she had her stuff together, but I was just not attracted to her, and that made me not have a spark, and then that makes me feel so shallow. But like, attraction is something, right? Maybe that makes me a little choosy, maybe that makes me a little picky, but I went on another meetup from Hinge. I'm always looking, I felt like it couldn't do me any harm to go meet up with someone. And I didn't write her off completely. I mean, I texted her afterwards because she actually talked to me about pickleball. If I don't end up dating someone, I'm not opposed to being friends with them. She didn't come off as like someone I would never want to see again. She was just definitely someone I don't see myself in a relationship with. But, people know other people, so I'm not opposed to being friends. I know that's a pretty selfish way of thinking, but it'll probably turn into nothing, so it is what it is. I'm just out here yapping to yap. Anyways, that was my week. My dating stamina is low, and also slightly losing my mind because my knee hurts. But hopefully both of those get better. That's it, though. I'll see you next week. Peace.